They got too much shit uploading. Oh, there we go.
Pop up. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Hey, we back.
Yeah.
We're back with another spectacular Bulldog Sunday.
Yeah. It's a great Sunday. Anytime you up on the Bulldog Sunday, it's a great Sunday. Shit. Shit. Since we up on Sunday, you know, shout out Terrence Bud Crawford for putting BTA, that buckle to ass, because he said buckle hurt worse. And buckle to ass on Canelo. Shit.
Yard Kennels, what up? Unfinished Kennels, what up? Dickie Foster, Bloodthirst.
Yeah, they getting up in there.
How we do, man? Getting it going. Quick addition, you know, we got to get it in. We got to get it in for the algorithm. We got to get it in for the algorithm. Robo, what up, brother? Who's in here?
Bulldog Sunday, shit.
Bulldog Sunday. Yes, sir. Let me see. Let me look in here. The old man.
Hell yeah.
The old man. Lecter on the block.
Yeah. Been the block Lecter.
Old man Lecter. They don't want to see Lecter.
Hey, great genes though, because that motherfucker don't look that old though. I'll tell you that.
Yeah,
yeah, you know, that one of them old cats you see at the store that be, you know, still got that, you know, still put it together, and he'd be like, damn, ain't no way, bro, 60 years old, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, might put a little dye in his hair or something, you know what I'm saying? Or even if he let it salt and pepper, that motherfucker don't look 60, you know, kind of built, you know what I'm saying? We're like, damn, look like he in his 40s or 50s, shit.
Yeah, man. The good genetics. They look young. There's one, I took a picture. That stanky leg too, dog. He looks really young too.
Yeah.
He looks real young, you know, for a 3-year-old dog. You wouldn't guess that. You wouldn't guess he was 3. You'd think he's 18 months old or something, you know, 15 months. He just looks young. And a lot of those dogs, they age like that. Even Michael Myers, that dog didn't look 10, 11 years old, you know what I'm saying, when I was having him in his last days and stuff, you know, even 7 years old. He wasn't looking 7 years old, you know. And then when you put that fountain of youth up under him, you put that fountain of youth on his side, that's gonna make every bit of the difference.
Yeah.
You know. it ain't gonna be no games. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah. Shit.
that found youth.
And you age faster when you ain't getting that. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You ain't getting that. You age faster. It's like shit.
You're aging like milk.
It.
You're aging like milk.
Man, spoiling.
Oh man, who's in the building, man? Where my guys at? Where my guys? Bulldog Sunday. What you guys want to talk about, man? I I ain't really got no topics. What up, Hard and Finish? What's going on? Melee, what up? Salute everybody. We got the what the heli back, so we're gonna be splashing over there a little bit. I got some videos uploading. You know, we're gonna be doing it. I'm gonna try to do it. I'm gonna try to give it the attention span that it needs to run it up.
Yeah.
Of course, we always promoting APBT Magazine, all of that. You know, we're gonna always do that. AQ Henry, what up? 2.0, Mississippi. Salute to you.
Yeah, salute.
Hope everybody good. Hope everybody good. Hope them hounds is good.
There you go. There go a topic. Give me some shit. People should be doing daily maintenance with older dogs. Do you know what I'm saying? Keep them rejuvenated. Keep them looking good and shit.
Well, when I had Mike, you know, I would do I switch his food over to oatmeal. They got I think oatmeal's a little bit better on their system. More than like the regular, like meaty protein ass shit that they be eating. You know, all that old shit probably take more for their body to break down. They had a diamond bag. It was a Diamond Naturals. I think it didn't have no grain, no corn. You know, a good kibble. You know, it wasn't super expensive like Victor, but it was up there. It was, you know, maybe $10 less than Victor or something, $8 less. And one of the main ingredients was oatmeal. And it says it on the bag too. And I noticed because Mike's the type, he's shit and he be straining.
Yeah.
So, you know, his Johnson will poke out and shit, you know what I'm saying? He just, you know, you could tell he's straining, you know what I'm saying? So I'm like, okay, this dog, you know, so I wanted to get him on something easier to digest. It's a little bit easier on his system. And when I did that, he wasn't doing that as much. You know, every now and then, you know, it'd pop out or something, you know, but he wasn't doing that no more, you know. So
Okay.
little shit like that. Then you monitoring is you know, if you breeding him, if he's having pups or not, you know, if you missed, or you know, you're always monitoring that. Of course, if you hitting, then you don't really have no worries. But when a dog missed, then it's like, oh shit, you know, you want to start panicking. Oh, what up, man? Vernon Star in the building. Union County in the building. Salute. Vargas Bond. What up, yo? You say what?
Should I go? Should I get a senior dog food or go find that? You know what I'm saying? Because I be using.
I think it is a senior. I think that one is a senior. The one that I'm talking about, I think it is a senior. It's been a while, but if I'm not mistaken, I think it is a senior back.
Okay,
I think it is.
I'm on.
And what you could do, just see how it go. You know, to keep it around, I just mix it with the whatever you got. Give him 1 scoop of that, 1 scoop of that, you know, and
Yeah.
see how he does that. But he, he might be doing fine with, whatever you got him on, but I just noticed Michael Myers was straining a lot. Like he'd be straining like a motherfucker.
Yeah.
And then he'll shit out or something, you know what I'm saying? Little ass ball or something, I don't know. So I noticed that. So, but if he ain't noticing that, he is definitely taking better care. I mean, he's had his bad times, but overall, I think he probably had better care than Michael Myers coming up.
Yeah. Yeah, nah, shit. I'm
Hannibal,
gonna just
man,
go. I'm gonna go get that senior diamond then, or I was gonna, because the diamond like $20 cheaper than that Victor. That's that Victor. You're looking at like
But you don't
60-something a
like
bag.
corn. You don't
Yeah,
like corn.
well, that's because I got concrete. It's just to me that Victor, it drop pellets, so it don't leave no stains on the concrete. You know what I'm saying? Diamond, it like when it hit, it got a little. It'd be a little softer, so when it hit the concrete, it's gonna leave like a streak on the concrete. You know what I'm saying? But
Right.
I don't, you know what I'm saying? I want to get them right though. You know what I'm saying? So shit, I'm gonna go at least because I know they got a senior Victor too though. So,
Right.
I'm gonna check it out. I'm gonna see what that
Play with
oatmeal
it.
talking about though.
The old man, Hannibal Lecter. The old man is open for stud. We're gonna get some weekly clips of the old man and just watch his progression and see if we can get some more of them droopy ears floating around, them Marisols. See if he can produce a handful of ADBA champions and grand champions. He's got that vintage look, double bred son of Michael Myers. Yeah, there are a couple other kids that are double bred that are still alive. They're out there, but it don't get no tighter than that. Ain't nobody used no semen that was successful that eclipsed this. Like we took one of his sisters back to a straw, that would be making it tighter. But if you don't do that, you can't make this blood tighter than this dog on the screen. You just can't. And that's why him and Sexy Red is gonna make something that's so tight that motherfucker might not be able to let none of those go, honestly. I know shit happens, things do, but shit, and motherfucker might not be able to let none of them go, dog, because it's so many snakes out here. Dude just want to get the blood and do the wrong thing. And they just, this is 5 times Michael Myers. This is, they'll be trying to do some crazy shit. Yeah. And we just can't afford that. We can't afford that, man.
Yeah.
We just can't, man.
Shit,
Hard and finish. You feed that diamond puppy to the whole yard right now. That's a good ass feed, man. Diamond puppy is a good feed, brother. It is.
I tell you, coming up, you know what I'm saying? We used to be on, the old Roy's, you go to Walmart, 50-pound bag, right? But then we got these feed stores started popping up out here, and we got this place called Atwood's. And Diamond, that was like the hood myth right there, how you want to get your dog yoked up. You know what I'm saying? Go get some Diamond. And be like, what's Diamond? And be like, man, it's a dog food. They just throw muscle on your dog. You know what I'm saying? That was like a hood myth. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So motherfucker went to the store, Diamond High Energy was the cheapest of the diamond, but you know what I'm saying? It was like the 50-pound bag. You know what I mean? But motherfuckers started getting that diamond, you know what I'm saying? Like you got extra dough on you, you go grab a couple bags of that diamond. You know what I'm saying? I remember I first started feeding diamond, my dog's poop used to be blue. Cause I would use
Right.
diamond and Bill Jack. You remember Bill Jack? I don't know if you
No.
fuck with Bill Jack, but like that shit, they sell it at like it's like for dogs, but you can go to Walmart and go into the freezer department. It's at the bottom. It's like straight protein for the dogs and shit. It's like
Right.
for them dogs, you know, like them sled dogs and shit that be doing a hell of work, you know. It was like little myths that, you know what I'm saying, them hood myths that get your dog, you feed your dog Diamond and Bill Jack and get them yoked up. Because that used to be the thing. Like, I mean, I got to get some muscle on my dog.
Right.
I'm going to go back to the old school
Yeah.
methods, man. I might have to get back on that Diamond, huh?
No, diamond's good food, man. You know, I mean, I get it with the corn and everything. You know, it really didn't bother me. I mean, I know how to feed. I know how to keep my dogs clean.
Yeah,
Yeah, they're not eating corn products and stuff like that when they're in some type of workout regimen or keep or whatever like that. I never do that. I always feed. I feel like the best feed is gonna give you the best performance. So just what he's eating alone might just be that extra little inch that he needs, you know what I'm saying, to get up that wall, you know. So
yeah,
and how many times he can do it is based on the quality of food and the quality of water, the quality of everything. You know, you just can't feed them good food and just give them shitty water. You know, I
yeah,
want the water to be oxygenated. I want it to be, you know, a lot of good things uh for the dog. You know, I like to let the water because you know, if you just pour water straight out the tap, well, I don't know where y'all, you know, but over here
uh-huh.
out the tap, you know, there is chlorine in it. You know,
For
there
sure.
is
Shit in it, yeah,
chlorine in the water. And I
yeah,
know that because I do like fish, you know, I do tropical fish. So you really don't want to have chlorine in your water when you're doing like water changes and things. So there might be like chemicals that you could put in the water to uh to eat up the chlorine and you know different things like that. But
yeah,
no, letting the water sit like in a bucket for 24 hours, you'd be surprised how pure the water becomes in 24 hours. Schoolboy, what's going on?
What's happening? Salute to everybody.
what's
Hey,
going on, cool boy?
what's going on?
What's happening?
Man, those pictures look great, man. I appreciate you once again.
You're welcome. Yeah, there's some all good dogs there. Just and I tried to pull
Yeah,
some like from the past and some a little more current, just to see the comparison or the contrast between conditioning,
right, right,
how it was done before and how it's done more current.
right. I'm gonna need you to label a handful of those for me because I don't recognize
Yeah,
some of them. They look great though.
yeah, yeah. I'll label them all. There's Bad Billy's in there, of course. Major Major, Freddie Jones Major, Grand Champion Hope. Even got a couple of my dog, Mr. Rowdy and Alex, and you got Champion Khaleesi and Bad Billy. You know, very good dogs.
Yeah, yeah,
Some of them, most of them, I saw in person. Uh, and
right.
and the people that handled them, condition 'em were known to be tops. At least in their area. And some of them, travel distance too.
Yeah, we're talking about just kind of reviving and just putting a little bit of extra life on those old dogs. What's some of the methods in feeding and different things that you use for older dogs that you normally won't use for your younger dogs?
Oh, okay. Yeah, that's a good topic. One thing I learned with older dogs, and I mentioned this before too, the conditioning will stay with the dog for how long, who knows, but you got your muscle memory, you got your fitness, your health, and um, constitution and stuff, but it stays with them, you know. So as a dog gets older, the wear and tear on them is more. I learned that putting less on them as they get older is better rather than putting them through the rigorous keep you used to when they were younger, because they're older, their joints, their tendons become more sore, and the recoup time, is longer. Rub downs are longer. The workload should be less, in my opinion, anyways. You don't have to use so much protein, back off on the fat a little bit. You just want them feeling good, fit, at weight, and in enough shape to go through that rigorous event. And what I mean by muscle memory and all that, it sticks with them. So it comes out in the show, so to speak. It's like a rhythm they get into that they're comfortable with, they're used to. So when they perform, it's just like something that they've done uh, a few times or several times before. And I just think putting a lot on an older dog is too much on them. Some don't recoup from it
Right, right.
during, like they would a regular keep. Along with, as they get older, most of the time you're gonna move the weight up because their bones get denser. They actually grow some more. They really don't stop growing till they're 3 or 4 years old. So you see older dogs moving up, and I saw several of them, champions too. Champion Ninja, dogs like PD, and even dogs I followed, Mr. Rogers. They started like Mr. Rogers went from 33 to 36. Champion Ninja went from 36 to 38. PD went from 36 to 39. Uh, different ones, and that just comes with age. It's natural. Even fighters, you see,
You get
even
older,
like
you
the
just
fight last night,
can't
yeah,
get it off.
you have Crawford coming up in weight. He handled it well, didn't affect him one bit. Comfortable at that weight.
Yeah.
Yes, too.
What was your analysis about that fight?
Well, I prior to the fight, it was a pick'em fight for me, meaning it could go either way, and I leaned a little bit towards Canelo because of experience, because he was more active, because of the weight. None of that mattered with Crawford. He was up to the
Right.
task. He showed his skill, and me, I have this thing about me where I try to pick who's going to win real early in the fight after the first, second round like that. The fight prior to Canelo, I saw the first round. I said, "Man, that Irish kid's got it." You know, it's over with. Whether he stops him or whether it goes a different distance, he's going to beat Vargas Jr. Well, after 2 rounds of Crawford, I said, man, I guess I was a little bit wrong, man. Crawford's going to take this. And as the fight progressed, you could see Canelo didn't have an answer to what Crawford was doing. And he admitted that afterwards. He said he couldn't figure him out. And I saw that happening in real time. Even though Canelo connected and he got some good shots in, especially to the body, Crawford was able to absorb it. And, he was still faster on his feet, got them long arms. And people said this even before because he's moving up in weight. Canelo's the bigger guy, and And sometimes when you present things that way, like the announcers, they said that early on. Oh yeah, you could see Canelo slightly the bigger guy. I didn't see it that way. I
Me
saw
either.
Crawford as bigger.
Yeah, me too.
You know, he's a little bit taller,
Crawford
but
was a little
he was
taller.
filled out.
He was
You
wider
know,
too, though.
Crawford
He
might
looked
be a
more.
wider too.
little taller.
Yeah,
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 Crawford
Canelo,
looked like he was
Canelo looked
wider. The
bigger.
arms was longer. Crawford just looked like he was natural super middleweight, and Canelo came up.
yeah. That's what it looked like. And you know, according to him and other people, he walks around it that way. He's comfortable at that weight, and he's always in shape. Always stays in the gym and close to weight. So it wasn't. And he's been looking forward to this for about 2 years. So he's been building up to this. So it
Yeah,
wasn't like it was just a jump of 20 pounds and then let's see what happens. He became comfortable at that weight. And he
I
handled the
like to see the
adversity.
rematch.
You know, stuff. Yeah, yeah, that would be good.
Yeah,
Sometimes fighters, you know, they get frustrated. That's what I saw Canelo do. He's getting frustrated as it went on and on. And they do
he's
things
fit.
like hit low or the headbutt, whether it was intentional or not. And since we just talked about conditioning, I'll give a little tip on conditioning. If you notice when Bud got cut, it was a small cut, wasn't much, but there was no blood. He didn't even leak. There's
Yeah,
no swelling, and as the rounds went on, even though it was later on in the fight, still no swelling. Even
yeah.
though he got hit there, or got hit on his gloves there, or whatever, that's a mark of good conditioning, where you
Mm.
don't swell, you don't leak, and he just absorbed everything, and you know his movement was able to turn Canelo, and you know even in the exchanges when he decided to sit there and bang with them, he
Yeah.
generally got the better of it. You know.
Now Crawford was on his shit last night. He was thumping. I thought he was finna get ready to knock Canelo down. I thought he was gonna put Canelo on his ass before Canelo headbutted him.
Yeah. Well, he might have, and I'm sure he tried, and that just speaks to the toughness of Canelo. But he did get frustrated. He committed what we call two turns. You know, he turned twice. You know, when Bud hit him. You know, if you know he went like he's like, shit, I can't do nothing about it. What the fuck do I do about this? You know,
Yeah,
not
he's
much.
good.
Just stay there and be tough, and hopefully make the distance. You know,
Yeah,
nothing
yeah. No,
respect for both of them.
Canelo stayed in it because even he knew he lost that fight probably around what was it 5? He kind of beat Crawford in round 5, and then round 6 Crawford came out and put it on him real quick. I
Yeah,
think he knew. I think he knew then. Man, I lost this fight, but he stayed in it. Just keep
yeah,
banging with him. So I would like to see a rematch. You know, like if they was to go a rematch, I think Canelo would be more. I think it could be a dope trilogy. Really, I think it
yeah,
will play
yeah,
out in a trilogy, and
yeah. I've heard
it'd be
others say that too. And you never know because there's been fighters where you know I'll give this is way back in the 1910s 1920s, right? And this happens throughout the, not so much now, but there were two black fighters, heavyweights. I forget their names. None of them ever made champion, but they fought each other probably 30 times. One guy won 11 times, one guy won 20 times or something, whatever it was, 18 times or something. They went back and forth like that. Sometimes they win by decision on either side. Sometimes the guy would knock this guy out, and then that guy would knock him out the next fight. They just went back and forth like that. And even
Yeah,
Jake LaMotta, Sugar Ray Robinson, they fought 6 times. LaMotta won once, and in another fight he lost, but he knocked Robinson down. So you have that where sometimes you think, this is a wash.
yeah.
This guy, he beat this guy, and he could always beat this guy. Not necessarily true. Now, I don't know what Canelo could do to beat uh, Bud, but he is the younger guy, and maybe I don't know, maybe time will catch up with Bud at some point or whatever. But I could see him doing a rematch too. You can't count fighters out. Sometimes they
Well,
figure out a way to
yeah.
to win.
I think Bud would do it just because you did take his belts. You owe the man a rematch, really. Like, so it's really up to Canelo. Like, if Canelo wants the rematch, which I'm sure he won his belts back. You know what I'm saying? Like I think there'll be a good rematch. That would be the fight to see, because now Canelo know, oh, this guy ain't no joke. He stepped up weight. He was good at the weight. He gonna have to take it full 100%. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah.
You can't try to play, because the pre-fight, when they doing all the interviews, Canelo fell into you ain't fought nobody,
Yeah.
and I think that pissed Bud off. So Bud had that little fire under him. So now I think Canelo got a fire under him. Like, okay, this guy, he for real. Let's really do it now. And the second one, I think, would be the fight.
Yeah. Yeah. Very possible. Saludos, musician. How you doing, brother? Good to see you on here. He said, Canelo can't fight boxers that move around. It's why in most of the Mexican families, we don't consider him the best, no doubt. Julio Cesar Chavez is the man forever. That was something I mentioned too, that Canelo's slow on his feet.
But he can fight, though. He can knock you out. See,
he can fight, and he has good upper body movement and head movement. Now he's slowed down, and his punch output used to be more. And what's happened in the last, I don't know, 10, 15 years or so, is the Mexicans that were known for just stand there, slug it out, and show their machismo and just grit and determination and power punching, guys like Zarate and Olivares and Zamora, and just Mexicans were sluggers. Well, they incorporated through Nacho Berenstain boxing techniques, and you saw that with Barrera, you saw that with Marquez. Still hard hitter, still tough, but using more skill. And Canelo has that skill, upper body, but not the foot movement. You can outmaneuver him. You can circle him. Crawford was turning him, even though he's the supposedly bigger fighter and stronger and all that. Crawford had no trouble turning him. And even one time in the fight, Canelo showed his strength, man. He lifted Crawford off the ground. He was on his, over his back and stuff. He lifted him up. So the strength is there. It's just he's a little bit slower. And Crawford took advantage of that. Yeah, I have Salvador Sanchez is my favorite Mexican fighter. He was taken too soon. He had some super fights coming up. Even in his short career, he made 8 or 9 title defenses. 4 of them were against future Hall of Fame fighters, Azuma Nelson and Juan Laporte and of course Danny Lopez and Wilfredo Gomez. So I like him the best, but most people have Chavez up there.
Yeah, no, Canelo is I ain't gonna downplay Canelo. He's a hog, man. He knocks shit out, and he could box. There's been plenty of boxers that he been knocked out. So, they had quicker feet than him and everything. I think he just, Crawford was just a better man that night. He had more hunger for it. So now, it either make you or break you. You're either hungry to get back in there with Crawford or you're not. You know what I'm saying? If you is, it'd be great to see a round 2.
Yeah.
A second fight. If not, then he gonna move on. But if he want it, I want it.
If you remember, Canelo, a lot of people considered him pound for pound of this era. And the outcome of the fight. Well, who's pound for pound now? Since Bud won, most people are going to consider him pound for pound the GOAT in this era. And when he's all said and done, you could put him in anybody's top 10 if you wanted to, just because of his accomplishments,
Yeah.
Same with Canelo. Some people are going to say he's the greatest Mexican fighter. You could say that, because that's all opinion. It's all subjective, whatever you think, if you have the records and you can speak on them, they move up in weight, how many knockouts, who they beat, when they beat them, how they beat them, who they lost to even, if you're only losing to elite fighters, and you're a champion, you're going to make it into the Hall of Fame. Because he's only lost 3 fights, which out of 60 something fights, You know, that's a hell of a
and,
record, man.
and 2 of them is top 5 probably all time. So that's not a
Yeah,
bad.
yeah, you got
You know what I'm saying?
Bud and
And one of them was
Mayweather.
damn near. Yeah, one of them was damn near heavyweight. So
Yeah,
shit.
yeah,
The Bibble
and
came into that fight.
that's a, you know, when you have guys jumping up to 175, whether they're moving up from 160 or 178, that's a big jump.
Yeah,
It's real hard for fighters to win over light heavyweights if they were, say, a middleweight. It don't happen too often. Some
that
could do
that
it. You know, Harry Greb did it. Sugar Ray Robinson almost, but didn't quite make it. You know, it's just too
yeah.
hard for too much weight, bigger frame, heavier
Roy,
bones, harder hitters. You know,
Roy Jones made a good jump.
yeah, he did.
He
He
went
did.
all the way up
Even
to heavyweight.
even Canelo, he beat what's his name was light heavyweight, but he couldn't do the same against Bivol. You know,
Yeah, but
so
what's his name? Canelo. He didn't look like he could fight when he went into that fight against Bibble. It was like the size difference was like it looked
that's
way
that,
way.
to me that's what made the difference. There's too
Yeah,
much weight for him. Because Bivol, even though he's a very good fighter and he's champion deserved, he only had 17 fights.
yeah,
Now, you know, not everybody, Lomachenko and all that, but Lomachenko had an extensive amateur career. But it's rare when a guy that has a handful of fights can just dominate. You know, so I think that, and he hits hard, and he's got them long arms. Canelo he didn't have an answer for all that. He's too small.
yeah. I think Crawford had too much to prove. I don't think he could have beat him if Canelo was on his. If Canelo was on his best fight of that night, I don't think he was gonna win that fight because Crawford just
No,
one of them. You
Canelo
know,
way more,
Crawford
man.
one of them people that just be like, you tell him he can't do it, the whole world saying, "Oh, Canelo's the bigger strong." Crawford take that shit personal. It's
yeah,
just like he take
he'll
that
find a way, and that's
personal.
his ring generalship, his intelligence. As far as you know, he figures out a way, and he'll do it on the fly during the fight.
Yeah,
And he's always going to get his get back. If you hit him, he's going to get you. He's going
yeah,
to figure out a way to get you. You know, and he did that throughout the fight. Canelo hit him good sometimes, caught him good, and he would just come back and take the smoke away.
He took those punches like a man, bro.
He did,
He
dude.
did.
yeah.
Canelo did
Yeah.
too, though. Canelo did good. I just think Canelo's out of his prime, though, as far as
Yep.
a boxer goes.
Yeah,
Now,
because
maybe
like I said, 60-something fights.
because he
You
got
know.
like 70 fights. Yeah, he got 60,
Yeah.
70 fights, you know?
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
a lot.
They take their toll.
Yeah,
They take their
he
toll in the
been doing
dogs.
it since 15. Pro since 15. Shit.
I seen similar what I saw with him and Mayweather. Except for this one was more like two gladiators in there, you know.
Yeah. Well, they were
Yeah,
more evenly
That was my
matched as far as age, experience, like that. You know, Canelo, when he lost to Mayweather, he was still young. He was like
yeah, he's like 25.
yeah, and didn't have that experience.
Yeah.
Not that he ever would have beat Mayweather, but this fight, they were more evenly matched. They're of age, impeccable records, champions like that. You know, defended their titles several times like that. So more even.
Yeah, that was a fight right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good one, man. Canelo got some I saw what he was doing, man. He had some different angle punches that he was throwing, you know, like he's gonna catch you with that, you know, because
He
you don't
comes
know where it's
around with
coming from.
that
He
left
got so
hook
many
to
different
the body. You know, he comes
yeah.
wide with it. And the first time he
He was
hit
going
Bud
over
with
the
it, Bud
top
felt it.
too, like,
You could see it on his face. Yeah, and then he comes with the right hand over the top, left hook too sometimes. Kind of a weird
yeah.
angle, but Bud got them weird
That's a
angles too, and he got them long ass arms, you know.
He'll catch me with that. He'll catch me with that. I ain't gonna lie.
Mm-hmm.
That little
Bud
Yeah,
over
you
the
don't-
top one,
the fight.
I might not see that.
Yeah, you don't see him.
You got to know how to keep that guard up. Bud was you could tell he's just a great instinctive fighter
Yeah.
because there were some punches that Canelo threw, but just because he's so trained to keep that glove right there, he was able to not take that punch. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Man, that was a good one though.
Yeah, it was. And honestly, you know, Bud he's slowed down a little bit too. It could be the weight, could be the age, but he adjusts to it.
Yeah.
So his output isn't like it used to be, but he connects. So that makes up for it. And if you know, he's not fast like he used to be, and the weight has a way of doing that. But the skill makes up for it, and the experience makes up for it. He took if you notice, he really didn't show any signs of being hit that much. You know what I mean? He wasn't like bruised or swollen or nothing. He did like no big deal, man. He took all that stuff.
Yeah, no, that was a
Yes,
good
sir.
fight, man. I'm finna rewatch it because it's still on Netflix, ain't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna rewatch it again just to because the first time you catch it live, it's a lot different than when you run it back. You might see some different things like, oh, it could have went, So
That's true.
But
That's true.
live, Crawford put on a clinic. You go back and rewatch it, we might be like, man, Crawford might have been one shot away from getting put down. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
What do you think about how
Or
they're
you might
changing
give
boxing? What do you think?
you might give Canelo a round or two more.
Yeah. What you say, Buck?
What do you think? What do you think of how they're really just like changing boxing? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like you pay-per-view used to be like the gatekeeper,
Yeah,
for
I
all
like
the
it. I like
fights,
it on
and maybe they
Netflix.
wasn't getting.
Yeah. Even though you pay for
Yeah.
Netflix,
They said it was
the fact that it's on Netflix, anybody can watch it. So you're going to get more views. And like he just mentioned, you can watch the replays too. You can watch it over and over again. You don't have to wait for the pay-per-view to come on HBO or whatever. Just watch it the next day or whatever. I think it's good for
so
boxing.
all in all, they're gonna make more money. They're gonna make more
Kind of
money.
back to the old days where we used to see Ali and all them guys fight for free on Saturdays, on regular TV. Amazing. Then he had fights every week, on ESPN and different channels, USA, and you'd see title fights and like that. Great fighters for free on regular
what was
TV.
a good pay-per-view before? Like a million or two? Like a million or two pay-per-views is a lot, right?
That's a lot. Yeah. That was like Duran Leonard.
That's like the biggest, right?
Yeah.
Now, if you're doing a million pay-per-views, like that's like Mayweather and Mike Tyson and them, you know what I'm saying? Jake Paul, So they open it up to this Netflix. I think Netflix got like 30 million subscribers or some crazy shit.
Yeah.
Well,
like
it kind of
that.
take it back to the old time Showtime HBO boxing,
Yeah, like that. Show it live, when it happens. The pay-per-views, honestly, they haven't been up to par. They haven't been in the millions like that, like they used to be. People, they're expensive, man. You're paying $50, $60, $70, whatever it is. That's a lot for just a regular person.
Yeah.
Where they say, well, I could hear about it and then I'll watch it myself for free next week on HBO,
Or the next day on YouTube,
Or the next day on YouTube.
That fight's on YouTube right now, I bet.
Yeah.
They had them streaming sites where you could watch it while the pay-per-view going on. So they was losing
like
money.
that. Yeah, they always figure out a way to do that.
My Stream East app ain't working no more.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. They cut that.
That joint is working.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good thing that Netflix came through in the clutch, though. You know.
Yeah, the Netflix was good.
Yes,
It
sir.
didn't buffer or nothing. It was good.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, because
Yeah,
they used to
they
have
might have
them. You
got
know.
new subscriber. You know, people that didn't have it. I'll hook up for the
Oh, for
fight, and
sure.
then I'll watch movies too. You know that I'm
Yeah.
sure they got some tons of new subscribers.
Oh, for
Because
sure. Even if they kept
especially
it for
boxing
just a
fans,
month.
they're going to say, well, they're going to start putting more fights on here. I'll
Yeah.
subscribe, and then I can watch all the fights. I think it's good. I like it.
Yeah, it was good.
Well, he made a good point. He said boxing was like 16th as far as the popularity or like the biggest sport. And then I think now, since they've been doing what they doing, you know, it jumped up to like number 8, you know. And then
Yeah,
their projections is that it's gonna hit top 5 again, you know, like it
yeah,
was, you know.
yeah. Well, it
So
used to be
for
number
that
one.
part, I feel it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it used to
exactly.
be number one for a single event. You know, and they used to be the highest paid athletes for a single event. You know, not like a career like a football player or something, but some of the fight like Ali and Frazier or Ali and Foreman, they made more for that fight than any football player up to that point did. They made $5 million a piece, and there was no football players making $5 million a season back then. You know, so boxing used to be like the shit back in the day, man. Even though it was on, regular TV. You know, Leonard made millions, Duran made millions, Holmes, Ali made millions, Foreman, like that. You know.
Yeah, then Mayweather changed the
Yeah.
game.
Yeah, he turned it into a business, or at least have people thinking like, treat it as a business, and get what you can out of it. You get your whatever the initial pay is. Then you want to dip into the pay-per-views. You want to dip into the revenue, whether it's memorabilia or all that stuff. You make money on all kinds of different angles just for this one fight. And then you invest the
Yeah.
money and make more. That's what fighters didn't do in the past. They ran through their money like crazy, and that's just typical with a lot of athletes, not just fighters, but with boxers for sure. They end up broke, you know.
Yeah. Living above your means, you know,
Yeah,
not
just
knowing how
spending,
to make
not
more
not
money
paying your
with all
taxes.
that bread.
It's most of it is not paying the taxes. They think, well, I made all this money. I made $30 million. Hey brother, you're gonna have to pay 15 million in taxes.
Right.
After a year, they ain't got no 15 million no
So
more. And then they take all their shit
they
away.
gonna
That's what
blow,
happened
they
with
gonna
Tyson.
burn it all.
Yeah, yeah,
And
that's
then
what
they're
happened
gonna
to Tyson.
need their 15. Uncle Sam's
Yeah,
gonna come up and be like,
yeah.
hey man, I need mine. That's
Hmm.
why they pay, that's why they some dudes be playing extra years and shit. They're
Yeah,
trying to pay off taxes.
yep.
Like they
And debt.
probably owe 10 million.
Yep,
Yeah.
yeah. And then Leonard kind of changed that because his manager was actually a lawyer, and he set it up where he gets paid a certain amount as he increases. If he keeps winning, he gets more. He took half of what Leonard made and put it in a trust fund. So in case he blew all his money at a certain age, he would have this retirement or whatever. So he set him up right, and the dude never charged Leonard for anything. He was just a fan, a friend, and did that for him. So Leonard never going to be broke. Even Angelo Dundee, who trained him, he never took a fee for training him. And he never took a fee for training Ali. They're just that way. They love the sport. They love the fighters. So that's kind of a rare breed to do that.
Yeah. Yes, sir. Yeah, no, it was good night. You know, anytime you can get them big fights, you know, that's a good thing.
Yeah.
That
When
that anticipation up to it.
Yeah. Especially when it's a good fight,
was crazy.
competitive.
I thought it was last week.
Oh, okay.
I was ready for it last week.
Yeah.
I went and got me a slab, you know.
Uh-huh.
I went and got a slab from the Costco's.
Put it on the grill, huh?
You know.
Yeah, I did a
Yes,
brisket.
sir. And
I barbecued a brisket, smoked a brisket.
Yeah. That's good eating.
Yeah.
Good eating.
And I had just come off
When's the
we
next
did a
dog
benefit.
show?
What's that?
I said, when's the next dog show?
In out here it's gonna be it'll be in the spring, April, May, like that. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I was gonna say I did a benefit for my daughter and I barbecued 27 tri-tips.
Oh wow.
So I was up all night and day and doing like that. Just me and Angie, my wife, selling
Would you
sandwiches.
marinate it or what?
Yeah, I brine it first, 24 hours. Then I season it 24 hours, and then I cook it.
You brine it. What's that?
You get, you put salt, sugar, pepper, garlic, whatever you want in water, and you keep it cold, and you put the meat in there, and you do that for 24 hours. What it does is it extracts all the blood out, and it infuses whatever spices or salt, whatever, all that stuff, puts it into the meat. And when you do that, it kind of turns the meat white because all the blood is extracted from it. And you can't hardly mess it up, man. You can't hardly overcook it. It ain't gonna come out dry. And then when you season it, then whatever you put on it absorbs into the meat also. And I just smoke it. I got three barbecue things out here because I cater too. We cater anywhere from me and Angie by ourselves would do 40 people up to 200 people by ourselves. Cook, serve, clean up like that. And we're old as fuck, man. So imagine. Take me 2 days to recoup, but we'll get it done. I got a little business card,
Good. They pay real good.
Pay real good.
Yeah.
200 people, you're gonna make a couple of grand, I guarantee it. If not more. Maybe 3.
Yeah, it might be 25 a plate, depending on what's going on.
It depends. Well, for this benefit, we did a sandwich, tri-tip sandwich, a bag of chips, and a soda for $15.
Okay.
So, a plate, it's going to be $20, $25. I did back in the day, this is about, I don't know, 10 years ago, we did a ADBA show. I barbecued for the show, Southern Cali. We only charged, how much we charged? $5? Like $5 a plate, dude. That was it. And you got barbecue. Oh man, one guy said, "Hey, can I just buy the meat and forget all that other stuff? I'll give you $10." I said, "Yeah, go ahead." I did that, but you get meat, and we gave potato salad and beans and a bun, bread for $5, man. I just did it for the show. That was about 200 people.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah,
that's cool.
You do a lot. I found, man, you help people. You do certain things, it comes back to you. It just has a way of doing that.
Pull them burgers out. Get on that grill.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Feed the neighbors. I always give food to the neighbors, you know. They'll help out. The other day, this ain't got nothing to do with that, but it reminded me since I said neighbors. The other day, the FBI come to my door, right? And I'm like, hey,
Oh
what's
wow.
up? Yeah. And it wasn't for me, which I thought, you know, okay, what happened now? What I do now? But they were looking for the neighbor because somebody had stolen their identity, you know, identity theft and shit. So,
Oh
but
wow.
it was a surprise walking to, you know, hey guys, what's up? I just stepped outside. I
Yeah,
didn't
they
let them
want.
come
Hey,
in,
they
but I
need
just,
answers.
huh?
I said they need answers.
They need answers. I
Yeah.
didn't know where they were. You know, I don't have his phone number, nothing like that. So I couldn't give him nothing if I wanted to. I'm like, nope, sorry, I can't help you. What you need? You know where they're at? Where he worked? Nope. No, which I don't. You have his phone number? No. Then I seen him out washing his car a day or two later. Say, hey boss, they come and visit you? He goes, yeah. I said, well, they come to my house first. I thought they were looking for me. He started laughing. Shit.
Yes, sir. Hey, you gotta smash that like button. Smash the
Subscribe.
like button.
Tell a friend.
Yeah, man. I've been working on this volume 3, trying to get them out here, you know,
Nice.
trying to keep it going.
Nice. Keep it going,
Keep
man.
it going. Keep it going.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm working on a PDF too to give to the community. You know, everybody could
Good.
get their
Good.
hands on that one, you know.
And
So
you might have some
doing
leftovers. So if somebody wants to get like the first and second issue, they can still do that. Yeah.
oh yeah,
Can they
oh
do
yeah.
that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
we
Yeah.
definitely
Good.
got some
Yeah.
copies, yeah.
Good. Yeah.
Yes, sir. Well, I'm gonna end the stream so I could get back to uploading. It got a delay.
All right. Yeah. Thanks for having me on again. Always a pleasure. Hit me up, and if I
Oh
can
yeah,
make it, I'll
appreciate
be here,
you too, bro.
brother. Anytime,
Oh,
brother.
definitely,
We'll
brother.
talk soon. Peace out.
All right. Yeah, I got a major delay, so communication was a little laggy. I'm over here downloading a whole bunch of stuff on this other computer, so with the boys playing games and everything in the house, you know, that's about it, man. We're gonna probably go up tomorrow morning, Bulldog Sunday. Today we got it in, you know, talked a little bit about keeping them old dogs, and you know, that's important because them old dogs, you can really get an extra 2-3 years out of them if you do it the right way, or you could just let them die. So it's all up to you how you do it. That legacy, keeping them extra breedings going on. A lot of times when you got something good, it's worth that extra effort. So put in the extra effort, get it in, you know, so that when you sit back, you see a whole bunch that you've done, and you know, it looks good. It looks good. Stanky Leg Tool, open for stud. Tap in. If you're trying to get some of that, tap in. I'll shoot you the pad, everything like that. And we'll see y'all on the next one, man. We'll see y'all on the next one. Be good. Keep it dangerous. Stay out the way. I'm gone.